This is Jade from the Diva Den, and I am here to show you guys what I'm going to be doing. Earlier today I watched a tutorial from Stephanie Ackerman, and she is one of the Sizzix die cut artists, and she was making a DIY tag journal, and I had just recently purchased some watercolor crayons, and I wanted to try this technique out using a online here in the Quad Cities. Now, one of the things that she did, and I will show you, I'm going to turn the camera down, but let me explain. One of the things that she did was she used some of the positives and negatives die cuts, some of the thinlits, which are the background stencils, some circles, and I also added in a ribbon banner up here, just in case I want to make it look like there's something behind that besides all of this. Let me grab this extra piece of paper. I haven't used these, and you can see that I haven't used them. I did grab the red one day when I first bought them, like 3 or 4 days ago. I grabbed the red, spread it on a piece of paper, and then I used a water brush pen. I think I got these at 3 in a pack at Hobby Lobby, I think, or maybe Joann's. And they're just not very high quality. The water kind of comes out pretty fast, so you kind of have to watch that and keep a paper towel handy to dry it on. But that's what I'm going to be doing. I'm going to keep my extra paper towel in my left hand, because I'm right-handed, so that as I go along I can kind of blot some of the excess water up. Now what I noticed with, especially with this peach color, was that there seems to be a white kind of, trying to get this where you guys can see it. I'm not very good with this angle. There seems to be kind of a white covering on these crayons. So I am just kind of twisting it in my paper towel to kind of help get that off so it doesn't take quite so long to get to the pigment and to get it to be soluble and usable. And that seems to help. Perfect. Nothing's gonna look perfect. It's supposed to look kind of messy and just I won't say distressed, because it doesn't look distressed to me. It looks kind of distraught, actually. Kind of like, what the heck is this lady doing over here? That's kind of how I view it, but that's because I don't see myself as much of an artist. So anyway, so that's what it's looking like so far, and I'm really pleased with it. So you guys can keep watching. I will probably just do this and then speed all of this up unless I need to talk to you guys about something. So just keep an eye on it. See what you think. And I might actually pull out some gelatos. I just bought those as well. And see next to these watercolor crayons the differences. And I also bought a regular pan of watercolors, so I might grab those as well, just so I can get some idea of my different mediums that I can use with this. Now I'm going to show you the gelatos that I bought. It was the beginner kit, so it only has the 10 colors in it. It came with a mini distresser, an inker, like a, I don't know what they call those, a water dropper. It also came with a stamp, and then it came with these different sheets of paper so you can see how the gelatos act on different mediums. And then these are my little daubers that I created, that I made. And I've already used this on one project, but I'm not going to use the daubers today. I'm just going to do it with my water brush. And I really like the vibrancy of the gelatos on this. This is really fantastic. I'm enjoying this as well. These little lines is where I'm going to use this, because I think it'll be a fantastic way to kind of accent what's going on. I believe in my negative spaces, as I saw in her video, she used a black and let that fade around. And I think I'm going to do the same thing. So I think that this this gold gelato will really do fantastic things with that black in the negative space. And I'm just kind of working around my design. I don't have any particular way that I'm doing anything. In the video that I watched with Stephanie Eckerman, she said just to dab it, and I like that method. I think it creates a fantastic contrast to itself, the color. Unfortunately, I'm not really a dabber. I don't really like to dab. I don't know why. I just don't. But with watercolors, as you guys know, the key to watercoloring is to build up layers where you want depth. So that is probably what I will do with all of this, is go back over my gold and really build up where I want some extra depth and definition here. So I really like that gold gelato there, and I'm going to do that down there when I get there. So let's cover this up. Let's see. Now I haven't used, like I said, I just bought my watercolor pan. I usually use the KOI tube watercolors, tubes of watercolor. I love those. They're so vibrant, and I got them for a really good deal because as a non-artist, I'm here to tell you, you just don't want to buy expensive anything when you don't know what the heck you're doing. Start out with the cheap stuff. Seriously. So there's my pan that I got for $6.99. I gotta move this roll of paper. Hang on. Way too much stuff out here. Y'all can't see how much crap I've got around on my desk right now. Okay, so I have my pan, and here's my pan. It was $6.99 at Hobby Lobby. Made by Simply Art. So, now that I have a much wider range of colors to choose from, what color do I want? Just for information, so you guys have it, the craft mat that I am working on is actually paper from the meat market at our local grocery store, Hy-Vee. And I'm only telling you the name of it just in case you guys actually see the other side of this craft mat, because it says Hy-Vee all over it. So let's give credit where credit is due. Oh yeah. So I really, really, really love this effect that I'm getting. But again, I'm a little damp because of this brush, so I am going to quickly dry this paper. Now I don't know if you guys can see this, but the dabbing technique and with a little bit of spread, created this kind of, let me turn it this way. It almost looks like clouds or flower pattern inside there, like flower petals that are starting to come out of the page. It's really neat. It's probably better seen in person, but I'm just saying, it's pretty neat. Alright, so let's find another pretty color. I'm not a big fan of lime green, but I happen to have one here, and a little tiny spot that looks like it needs to be limey. I love learning about different cultures and different so if any of you out there are British and you can tell me why some people call you guys limeys, I would certainly appreciate that information. I just love learning about stuff like that, so that would be fantastic. Let me just say. So I'm going to pick up some blue, and I'm still working in my pan. Or anything, but quite a few of my friends really do enjoy calling me a cracker, especially when I hang out at their houses. I am the whitest person ever. I mean, I'm not quite albino, but in the wintertime, I'm very white, and not so much in the spring and summer, because when I start getting a little bit of sunshine, my Indian heritage pops out, and you can really see that I take color quickly and well. But they delight in calling me cracker. Their moms are working, or so they've got their brothers and sisters, so I like to go over to their houses. All of my friends, I'm not gonna lie, all of my friends are about 15 to 20 years younger than me, which says something about my personality, that, you know, 20, 25-year-olds don't mind hanging out with an old lady, but it also says something about them, that they're mature enough to have a friend my age, because I'm kind of particular about my friends. Okay, so as you can see here, I'm just applying some black, and I am not terribly impressed with the black color that comes in my pan. I feel like it's what I'm going to do is I'm going to dry these 2 spots. And I'm going to see if my kois have a black. Definitely love my kois. Get that out of the way. Probably take multiple layers here, but you can see how beautiful that is coming out there. This is a 6-inch or a number 6 Royal Soft SG 4000, and I purchased this for $2.99 at a shop here in Bettendorf called Evergreen Artworks, and I absolutely You'll see throughout the rest of what I'm doing with the black that it does require me to use a lot more water because they are a paste and then you add water to them. So because of that, you will see me using my heat gun quite often. And remember, this is not watercolor paper per se, this is mixed media paper, so I have less control over the buckling that happens as the paper gets wet. Kind of experimented with the blacks, and like I said, I only used after this one part up here at the top, I used my koi. The koi are made by Sakura. This is number 49 Ivory Black. There you go, you can see that. And it comes in a kit, and I really love these. You have so much control over how light or how dark your project will turn out. And because I had that kind of control, I really experimented with my background, my black and my white, and all of that. So now when I was doing this, I found one spot that I had not put any of the gold gelato on down here in this one corner. So I'm just going to go back and do that real quick. And then basically we'll be done. Now I still have the opportunity, I'm using a fairly dry brush here, to kind of go back into these I will put down below a list of the supplies that I used so that you guys can see or mimic or not mimic, or just see if you have similar or the same supplies in your neck of the woods. So have a great night. It is, I know I didn't mention this, it is